Open to old-timey marzipan with a plate of bones on the table. Old-timey marzipan, we haven't eaten in weeks. The camera zooms out to reveal the Homestar Runner and Fat Dudley standing behind old-timey marzipan. The Homestar Runner, guess what I read in the newspaper today? Old-timey marzipan, I can't guess. The Homestar Runner, I read that a ghost. Cut to a close-up of old-timey marzipan. The screen flickers for a brief moment. Old-timey marzipan, you read that a ghost what? The Homestar Runner. Cut to close-up, I read that a ghost is. Old-timey marzipan. Cut to wide shot, you read that a ghost is what? The Homestar Runner. I read that a ghost is here in town and there's a 27th century award for its capture. Fat Dudley. Musical noises. The Homestar Runner. You said it. Fat Duds. We sure could buy a lot of corn pone with 27 big ones. Cut to old-timey strong bad's telescope. Fat Dudley and the Homestar Runner can be seen in the telescope's reflection. The camera pans along the telescope to reveal that nobody is watching it on the other end. Cut to old-timey strong bad, standing nearby reading a newspaper, with a strong man and a sneak silhouetted in the background. Old-timey strong bad says here in the newspaper that the encapturement of the new apparition garners top reward of 26 and 1 pennies. Cut to old-timey strong bad, strong man, and the sneak. Old-timey strong bad, we could buy the monocle off Rockefeller's very eyeball with that kind of cash. Strong man, rawr. The sneak wiggles his nose. Danger music. Cut to the Homestar Runner. Old-timey marzipan and Fat Dudley in front of a gate signed Pie Timer. A spooky house can be seen in the background. The Homestar Runner. Let's check out the old Pie Timer place. Old-timey marzipan, we should split up. The Homestar Runner. We can do more damage that way. They walk in. Cut to a close-up of old-timey marzipan with a teacup on a table. Old-timey marzipan lifts the teacup. Under here. Cut to the Homestar Runner, who is looking at a bookshelf full of books with ghost-related titles, and one book titled A Good Time Story. The Homestar Runner. HRMM. Let's see, maybe it's in here. He removes A Good Time Story. He opens the book with a poof, and a moth flies out. The Homestar Runner. Just a moth. He tries to eat the moth, but it flies away. Darn it. Cut to old-timey marzipan looking under a plate. Old-timey marzipan. Under here. Spiders run out. Cut to the Homestar Runner walking past a set of portraits. The portrait on the left, marked Mr. Pie Timer, appears to be watching him. The picture on the right is labeled Corey. The Homestar Runner. That pictorama drawing looks suspicious. He lifts it off the wall, revealing two one-eyed crows with a label reading the guys. It's just two weird one-eyed grouse. Oh, phooey. Cut to Fat Dudley amidst some barrels, holding a cigar and raising a jug marked '30'. The Homestar Runner pops out of a barrel. The Homestar Runner. Fat Dudley, were you gonna sneak a nip of hooch? Fat Dudley. Musical noises. Cut to outside the house. The Homestar Runner. Old-timey marzipan and Fat Dudley are standing inside the gate. The Homestar Runner. Oh, there's no ghosts here, just a bunch of gross aminals. Let's go look somewheres else. Cut to Collar Acres Cemetery, then to old-timey strong bad and the sneak in front of a grave. The gravestone reads Eustace Pie Timer, Skinflint and Junk Codger. Old-timey strong bad, listen smoothly. The sneak. The sneak stands up on his hind legs. We're certain to catch a ghost once we exhume this grave using my new grave exhuming invention. Cut to strong man holding a shovel. Strong man. Rawr. Cut back to old-timey strong bad and the sneak. The sneak moves his nose. Old-timey strong bad. What? Why, no, of course that's not just the strong man holding a shovel. It's my newest invention. Besides, the strong man's over there doing some manner of stylish jig. Cut to strong man, who is now tapping his foot on another grave in time to the Homestar Runner's dance music. The tombstone reads unmarked grave, son of Mark Grave. Old-timey Bubs's head comes up out of the grave. Old-timey Bubs, would you please keep it down? Cut to the Homestar Runner. Old-timey marzipan and Fat Dudley in the pumpkin patch. Old-timey marzipan. The Homestar Runner. I'm, slowly and in an exaggerated manner, scared. The Homestar Runner. Scared of what? Pumpkins? They're just pumpkins. Old-timey marzipan. in the same slow and exaggerated manner, but I'm scared. The Homestar Runner, oh, fine, we'll go look in the graveyard. Old timey Marzipan, smiles, hooray. Cut back to Cholera Acres Cemetery. The Homestar Runner, old-timey Marzipan and Fat Dudley enter and meet old-timey Strong Man and the Sneak, who have dug up the grave of Eustace Pietimer. Old-timey Strong Bad, you're too late. The reward will be ours. I'll be marching around in gold pants in no time. Old-timey Marzipan, where's the ghost? Old-timey Strong Bad, behold, the fantastic phantasm. Sickly Sam rises out of the grave and floats above it. The Homestar Runner, that's no ghost. That's just our worst friend Sickly Sam. Sickly Sam, I bury myself alive on Tuesdays. Old-timey Strong Bad, criminy crickets. Foiled again. The Homestar Runner, then where's the real ghost? A black-cloaked ghost with spindly arms fades in, floating above the tombstones and making a motorcycle-like noise. The Homestar Runner, eyes bulging, wah rather than screaming, he merely says his scream. His skin falls off, leaving his skeleton. Old-timey Strong Bad, wah also saying his scream. His skin also falls off, leaving his skeleton. Cut back to the ghost, which fades away, then to the Homestar Runner and old-timey Marzipan, who has also turned into a skeleton. Skeletal old-timey Marzipan, at least we'll never go hungry again. Skeletal the Homestar Runner, kept for Fat Dudley. Cut to skeletal Fat Dudley, who is eating a shoe with a soup spoon, with a jug labeled '30' nearby. He's living the high life. Skeletal Fat Dudley makes musical noises. Transition accompanied with closing music. 2. The end. Show old-timey Strong Bad skeleton in the men's slacks section of a clothing store. He is trying to pull up a pair of pants, but they repeatedly fall down. Strong man's skeleton is in the background. Skeletal old-timey Strong Bad curses. Now I'll never find gold pants to fit this tiny waist.